1, 2, 3, testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Let me clean my windshield. That way my video looks cleaner. It's kind of driving at night. Let's see. Turn my blinker on. Then go from there. Waiting for the traffic light to turn green. So kind of need to pull up a little bit, then pull up a little bit until it triggers the signal. There it is. There it is. That guy needs a light bulb. Okay. So one thing that I was thinking about is a video I watched last night about a guy or a man named Michael. He said, remember Michael? He was like 48 or 49, and he got a text. No, his wife got a text, and he read it, and the wife said, oh, he's a great dad, but I don't love him or something. And Michael realized that he was just he got chosen by default, not because she wanted him, only because she needed him. So that video got my attention, and I was thinking to myself, and I'm trying not to sound bitter against women, and I'm not trying to sound negative against relationships, but isn't that how it always ends? It ends in a situation where either the man doesn't have any interest, or the woman doesn't have any interest. So, but I see more videos against women. I need to speed up my talking because I'm going around the bush. So I need to get straight to the point. Again, I'm not trying to bash women or talk bad about women, but it is very obvious that women do seem to have more options when it comes to dating. It is what it is. One example is dating sites. When a man goes to a dating site, he hardly sees any women. Most average men, because most women are chasing the top 10%. And even if a woman is a waitress at a restaurant, she will go after a rich man. And guess what? The rich man will marry her if she's pretty, naturally pretty. So women are already ahead, light years ahead of men, just by born female. So a man needs to work hard and get to the top, while women, based on female nature, or based on human nature, I guess, human nature. Women can just sit around and wait around, and a top successful man will spawn on her site and she can choose him. So that video about Michael, it's pretty much the normal nowadays. It seems like it's the modern relationship type. Now, the video did mention that no yellow light, why? The video did mention that his wife didn't really like him, and she just settled for Michael. But it's like a losing situation. I mean, they both lose. Even the guys that went out with her before she married Michael, they also lose, because they didn't get to have her, and so she's missing those guys that she has sex with. Michael is missing the wife he married because she's no longer excited about him. I mean, truth always comes out. And the guys that party with her didn't get to have her either, because they were not as successful. So they didn't get to have her, and she didn't get to have them, and Michael didn't get to have a woman that actually truly loved him. So how do you fix that? I don't know. I think it's kind of weird, because when it comes to relationships, usually women get what they want. So with modern society and social media, women now have more options. I heard that most women nowadays initiate divorce. They divorce men for any reason, and they keep the house, they keep the kids, full custody. They get child support, alimony, whatever. Just because they wake up and decided not to be married anymore. They get bored. There you go. Modern women, not trying to be so negative against women, but thanks to social media, modern women get bored of the same guy, and they can find one easily. As a matter of fact, they can have a backup guy before they end the marriage, and all they have to do is change their status online from in a relationship to single, or married to single, and that will open up a whole new world of men that will just keep on coming to women. So women can just turn a switch on and off, and they will get an endless supply of men. And if they no longer want a man, they can just turn it off easily. So my point is, women have the advantage when it comes to relationships. It's like when it comes to relationships, men versus women. Women are like a tiger or a lion. I will say a lion because they're female. A cheetah or something. A very fast, strong, intelligent animal. But men are just a very small animal, defenseless animal. I mean, some men are, unless the man is like a top tier, top 10%, then he's like a gorilla or something that the female cannot mess with. But if it's an average man in a dating site, no chance. So, but this problem was not this way. It was not like this before social media. I remember dating back before social media, and the dating right at the beginning of social media. And at the beginning, back in AOL, women did flirt with guys. Feminism did not exist. So things were pretty equal. Women still went out to look for guys, for men. They didn't call men creeps if a man say hi to them. Because nowadays, if a man sees a woman and a man says good morning to her, and if she doesn't find him attractive, she will run to social media and make a video and say, this creep came up to me and started talking to me and staring at me. Come on. So to me, the days of talking to women in general are over. And I'm not hating on women. It's just that I don't want to end up in TikTok for saying good morning or whatever to a woman. At the gym, I try to stay away from women also. I try not to look at them because sometimes they put videos, they put their phones facing them. And if a guy is behind her and he's working out, and if he looks at her, ooh, you're screwed. She already got you on video, man. That shit is going to TikTok, bro. And you're gonna be a creep. This man looked at me when I was working out. What a creep. So I already know how they are at the gym. So I try not to look at them. I just try to stay away from them. So it's weird. So anyway, back to that video. Remember Michael? That's just how it is, man. If sooner or later the woman will get tired and she will move on, the relationship will end, because nothing is forever. Love is not forever. Now, I read some comments on other videos like, oh, my wife are still together. Me and my wife are still together. Yeah, but you found your wife back in 1900s. 1900s. Back in 1980s, before social media, like in the 1960s, 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, maybe in the 2000s, maybe. But as of today, no way, man. No way. If a comment says, well, me and my wife are still together and we're still happy, I will say, well, good for you, man. Good for you. But I'm not gonna hate on his relationship. But in my head, I will say this: enjoy it while it lasts, because it's not gonna last. If it does last, it will be a very transactional relationship where no love will be shown. Things will be very dried and bleh. Nothing like it was. So, and if I'm gonna be in a relationship like that, I would rather stay single and just worry about myself and not have to worry about nothing else. Just worry about myself and nobody else. So, but I do know that nothing lasts forever. The love doesn't last forever. Just like galaxies in the universe, they go supernova, they explode. So the relationship will eventually go supernova. And I just don't care what it is. I don't care what people say. I mean, if they say, oh, I hope you find the right woman. Well, that's like saying, I hope you win the lottery. And but people do win the lottery, so there is a chance, yes. But I don't want to end up like Michael for sure. Because I would rather die than end up like Michael. Being in a relationship like Michael, where you're needed, not wanted, that is like a prison. I can't imagine going home to a wife that only needs you but doesn't want you. I would rather be locked up in prison. Because, well, at least with the wife, I have freedom to do whatever. But I think being in a relationship where you're needed and not wanted, it is 10 times worse than being single. So let me be single. Let me enjoy my freedom. Let me do whatever the hell I want to do. If I want to go somewhere, I just go. If I don't want to go anywhere, I don't go. If I want to stay up all night, I stay up all night. If I don't want to stay up all night, I don't want to stay up all night. If I want to go to Jamaica, I go to Jamaica. If I want to go to Canada, I go to Canada. If I want to go to Japan, I go to Japan. If I want to go to anywhere in the world, I just go, man. Don't have to ask nobody. In fact, if I want to go to Disneyland by myself, I go to Disneyland by myself. Freedom. Don't have to ask. If I want to spend the night up in the mountains, inside a tent, I do it. Who cares? It won't matter. Also, if I have no kids, it don't matter. It's even better with no kids because I have no responsibilities. If I die for whatever reason, then my kids, I don't have to worry about leaving kids behind because there's none. So, although if I have a dog, what would happen to my dog? I'll be sad. Who would take care of my dog? That would be devastating for my dog. Yeah. So that's what I think about Michael. Michael is just the situation Michael is the situation where most men are. Men who are married and they realize that they got chosen by default because they were the only choice women had. So while the woman was partying and getting, I want to say it, Michael was working really hard trying to be a successful man for the woman who was getting destroyed by, who was it, Tyrone and Chad. And then at the end, okay, I had my fun for the day, for the years. Now I'm ready for a serious relationship. Come here, Michael. Come save me. Oh, yes, I got these 6 figures. I can take care of you and have kids. Okay, that's my rant. Good night.